Borussia Dortmund, under Jurgen Klopp before the 2012 season, were impressive and even winning the league in back-to-back seasons before the Champions League run. For the Champions League, they were unfortunately put into one of the toughest groups ever in the Champions League group stage history. They would be put up against Real Madrid, the European giants, Ajax, a club with much European history, and Manchester City, an up-and-coming club that is getting better and better every year, and is very talented, just coming off their first Premier League trophy. Here is the story of Dortmund's 2012-2013 Champions League campaign. The underdogs, who fell just short. The 2012-2013 Champions League draw would be a bad one for Dortmund, as they were put into this year's group of death. They would have to somehow finish second in a group, with Real Madrid, Manchester City, and Ajax. Most pundits would say that this Dortmund side that have been at the top of the Bundesliga would probably end up in the Europa League after this group, just finishing above Ajax. This team's best starting 11 would be Weidenfeller in goal, Piszczek, Subotic, Hummels, and Schmelzer in defense, Gundogan, Kell, and Götze in midfield, and Royce, Blaszczykowski, and Lewandowski in attack. Dortmund would start the group stage with a home match against Ajax, where Dortmund would definitely be the best team in the match, but would struggle to put their chances away until the 87th minute, where Lewandowski takes the ball down from a header outside of the box from Piszczek, and dribbles around a defender and places a shot in the left corner to win the game for Dortmund. The second match day had Dortmund pitted against a very solid Manchester City side away in Manchester. It was another match where City had the most possession, but Dortmund again had more shots and just could not finish them. Dortmund would break the tie in the 61st minute, with Royce scoring after a defensive mistake gives him the ball as he runs to the box and fires it to the left of the keeper as it hits the back of the net. A controversial penalty decision would give City a pen in the 90th minute, where Balotelli would score, finishing the game with a 1-1 draw. In the third match week, Dortmund would come up against Real Madrid, who were destined to lead the group, at home in Dortmund. Just like every match so far, Dortmund allowed Madrid to have some possession, but again, had the most shots, this time being more clinical. Lewandowski started the scoring in the 36th minute with another defensive mishap, giving Lewandowski the ball where he finished in the bottom right corner. Ronaldo would equalize the game just 2 minutes later for Madrid. However, in the 64th minute, Schmelzer hit an excellent half volley with his left into the bottom right corner to break the deadlock, which would stay the score till the end with Dortmund winning 2-1. The fourth match week had Dortmund and Madrid facing once again, with this time being at the Bernabeu. This match, Real Madrid was clearly the better team and played much better. However, Dortmund would be extremely clinical with their limited chances. Royce would start the scoring in the 28th minute with a beautiful half volley strike from outside the box, but Pepe would equalize in the 34th minute with a beautiful header. Just before halftime, Royce would have a chance right in front of goal, and here he would receive some help as Madrid left-back Arabola would chip his keeper to give Dortmund a lead. In the 89th minute, Mesut Ozil would have a masterful free kick that would squeak past the keeper, ending the game in a draw. The group at this point would have Dortmund in first with 8, Madrid with 7, Ajax with 4, and City with 2. At this point, Dortmund are pretty much qualified for the knockout stages. However, many people still believe they would not win the group. In match week 5, Dortmund would go up against Ajax at the Johan Cruyff Arena, and this time Dortmund would absolutely dominate. Royce would open the scoring in the 8th minute with a dink under the legs of the outrushing keeper. Then Götze would score in the 36th minute with a brilliant nutmeg as he cuts inside and finishes in the bottom left corner. Dortmund would take a 3-0 lead in the 41st minute with Lewandowski with a strike to the left side of the keeper as he could not keep it out. Then in the 67th minute, Lewandowski would get his second on the half volley before the keeper could reach the ball. Ajax would get a consolation goal in the 87th minute, which would make the match finish 4-1. In the final match week, Dortmund, who have already clinched the knockout stages, just need a draw to clinch first place. Dortmund faced Manchester City at home. In this game, Dortmund would play very, very well, and would finish with a 1-0 win with a 57th minute tap-in from Schreiber, as Dortmund rested some of their stars. Dortmund would finish top of the group. After Dortmund's amazing performance in the group stage, they got set up with a Shakhtar side. The first match would be rough for Dortmund, as the game would start off with a 31st minute beautiful free kick goal from Shakhtar right back Cerna. Lewandowski would equalize with a 41st minute goal and would place the ball into the bottom right corner, impossible to save from the keeper. In the 68th minute, Douglas Costa from Shakhtar would score a goal that they thought would be the winning one. However, Mats Hummels would score the equalizing header from the corner spot in the 87th minute to draw the game 2-2. The second leg of this tie would go much better for Dortmund. This time Dortmund would be at home, and the game would start off with a 31st minute goal from Santana as he brilliantly headed the ball into the top right corner from a corner kick. Götze scored for Dortmund in the 37th minute to make the match 2-0. Finally, in the 59th minute, Blaszczykowski would score after a blunder from the keeper, ending the tie with a 3-0 win and a 5-2 aggregate win. Because Dortmund won this tie, they would get drawn with Malaga from Spain, and this seemed a very favorable tie. However, it would not play out that way. The first match would be a grueling 0-0 draw that no team really played that well. In the second leg, Dortmund would have one of the greatest comebacks of all time in the Champions League. Joaquin would start the scoring in the 25th minute for Malaga, and Lewandowski would equalize in the 40th minute from a beautiful backheel assist from Royce that set him up to round the keeper. However, Malaga would have the advantage here with the away goal rule, so as of now, Malaga would go through to the semifinal. Malaga would add on to that with an 82nd minute goal from Alisu. So now, Dortmund would have to score 2 goals in 8+ minutes to somehow sneak into the semifinals. This immaculate comeback would start with a 91st minute open goal tap-in from Royce after a defensive blunder from Malaga. Then in the 93rd minute, Felipe Santana finishes the game with a 93rd minute tap-in that seals Dortmund's fate in the semifinal. This amazing comeback would come with a semifinal matchup with the European giants, who they have beaten once so far this season, Real Madrid. The first leg would be a home tie for Dortmund, as Lewandowski would have one of the best matches of his life. Lewandowski would start the match with an 8th minute strike from a cross, but Ronaldo would equalize with a 43rd minute tap-in. Lewandowski would score a brace in the 50th minute with another brilliant team goal, and in the 55th minute he would finish his hat-trick with another great team goal. Dortmund would win a penalty in the 66th minute, and Lewandowski would finish his incredible performance with his 4th goal of the match, ending the game 4-1 for Dortmund, putting them in the driver's seat for the final matchup. In the second leg, Real Madrid would dominate, but come just short of winning on away goals with a 2-0 win, with 2 late goals from Benzema and Sergio Ramos. Dortmund would win on aggregate 4-3 against Real Madrid, and they would go on to face German rival Bayern Munich. Dortmund would go into this being the underdog, as they have been for a lot of the Champions League. Bayern Munich cruised away with the Bundesliga title, and were having one of their best seasons of date. Dortmund struggled at some points during the league, but have been very impressive when it comes to their European form. Dortmund had faced Munich 4 times before this match, where they drew both league matches, but Dortmund lost the Super Cup and the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal. So going into this match, Dortmund's form against them has not been great, but that does not matter, as the final is a one-match tie where any team can win. The first half would be scoreless, as both teams attempted to get the upper hand. In the second half, Mario Mandzukic would break the deadlock with a tap-in the 60th minute. In the 68th minute, Marco Reus would win a penalty, in which Ilkay Gundogan would slot in and tie the game 1-1. In the 89th minute, a long ball from Bayern would land at the feet of Frank Ribery, who backed down on the Dortmund defense, and then he would play a ball right to Arjen Robben's feet, which he ran past the remaining defenders and slotted the ball just to the left of Weidenfeller. Dortmund would fall just short of becoming unlikely European champion.